Hello and welcome to my channel. Today is Tuesday and we're going to do an interactive healing with the tarot session, right? So we are still going to choose one of the decks, but we are going to go more into healing with them instead of just seeing what energies are at play, if not what energy is affecting you and what can you do to heal or release the energy or the blocks that are impacting you right now. All right, so let's go and let's dive into it. We are going to start by connecting with our breath, right? So I want you to take a deep breath in, hold it at the top, and exhale gently. Very good. Let's take another deep breath in, hold it at the top, and exhale gently. All right. Now, please choose one of the decks that is in front of you, either the pink deck, the blue deck, the blue fairy, or the yellow fairy. Ready? Let's go. We're going to begin with the pink fairy. And we are going to look at what energy could be affecting you right now and what the tarot is guiding us to do to release the blockages and to feel that we're healing, that our energy is flowing better, and that we are in a better place altogether. All right. Let's see. Let's begin. Right, so we have two cards to begin with. Oh, wonderful. And we have the Emperor and the Ace of Wands. Look at this, a lot of masculine energy, right? And also action. So this masculine energy is a lot about security, right? Because what does the emperor? The emperor sets a good foundation, security for ourselves. So this would be very much aligned with the root chakra. That is the one that makes us feel that security. And when the root chakra is affected, sometimes we can feel it in our lower back, right? With a lot of sciatic pain or things like this. Right, so we have here that one energy that we need to look at for ourselves and to healing has to do with security, right? The emperor advises always to have or to work towards setting a good foundation for ourselves, things that make us feel secure. So, a question that you need to ask yourself at this time is, what would make me feel secure? What would make me feel safe? Right? And good exercise for this self reflection would be a journaling exercise. So taking a piece of paper, right? And as much as journaling is wonderful for because it gets our juices going and it's kind of like automatic writing. But if for whatever reason you prefer to do it with a voice note on your phone, that's another great way if you do not want to write. But what you need to answer for yourself is, what would give me security? What would make me feel safe, right? And that's very important. The second card that we have that jumped out with the Emperor is the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is a new opportunity, it's a new, and Wands are all about action. It is fire energy, right? So when you have answered, what can I do to feel more secure? What would give me more safety at this time? Then you could go into, what is one step I could take? What action is within my control that could help me feel more secure, right? So here, these two cards tell you it's all about security, safety, and taking a step forward with that, right? So when it comes to energy healing, and if we look at the chakras, as I said, you want to work on your root chakra, right? So this is all about grounding and what things or techniques and practices make us feel more grounded. This could be anything from gardening to walking barefoot in nature, right? Or on the beach. And it's about connecting with the energy of the earth, you know, that groundedness that it's telling you you are in the here and now, right? So this is the energy that you have to work for today, right? That's for today or for this week. That is for you to look at safety and security within your life. And what is a step that you can take to help you create that security, or what can you do, right? So here you have kind of your homework for this week if you picked the pink fairy. All right. Okay, now let's go with the blue fairy. And what is the energy of this second deck that has the blue fairy, and how we need to heal, we need to move on from what is holding us back at this time, right? So let's see what cards come out here. So we have one, and we'll take a second one. Alrighty. So if you pick the second deck at the blue fairy, we have the Empress and we have the Four of Cups. The Empress, it's a 3. It's such a beautiful card of creation, um, not only being creative, but sometimes even being artistic, of being nurturing. So there is a lot here. So here is a lot with the solar plexus chakra, right? It's that of creativity, of bringing things into life, into this world, right? So what is the energy here? What is that you need to do to express that creativity? What is something that has been in your mind or in your heart that wants to be born? And that could be many different things. It could be a project. It could be a relationship. It could be anything that you know is sitting in your heart, because this is all about bringing that into life. So let's put an example, and let's say that you are not in a relationship right now, but you've been feeling lonely and you've been thinking about being in a relationship, right? So we have that what wants to be born, what you want to create is that relationship, right? Now, as I said, this could also be in a job, in a project, in an artistic endeavor. So here is where we're going to go with the exercise I mentioned before about journaling or creating voice note, anything that makes you practice that self-awareness to really go within and answer, what is something that I want to bring into life right now? What is something that I want to create or I need in this time in my life, right? What's that? That's the energy that is in now your solar plexus chakra, you know, that, and it's interesting is that yellow, that thing that is all about, and not only about creating it, but also about nurturing, right? So if you have a project or anything that you have just started and your heart is in it, more than just bringing it to life is what can you do to nurture it so it can grow, right? And here with the Four of Cups, this is about perhaps not realizing the blessings or the things that you have in your already in your life or in your favor that could help you with that. So once you have done this exercise and journaling and self-awareness about what is it that wants to come out, then you will go into what's already in my life, right? Look at these three cups. What's already in my life? That could be support from others. That could be finances. That could be anything that you already have. And how can you use these resources to help you with what you want to create or you want to nurture, right? Once you have answered that question, then we go to the next one because it's okay, what don't you have in your life at this time that could also help? All right, let's recap for this blue fairy and what energies are there for you and how to move forward. And one is, what do you need to create or what do you want to attract to your life? And if you have already started a project or anything, what is it that you need to nurture so it grows? And here we're going to go into two questions. What is already in my life, or what resources do I have available to help me with this endeavor that I have or this project? And then what don't I have that I need to start either attracting, looking for, manifesting, or working towards? All right. So the first deck was all about creating safety and a good foundation. This blue fairy and second deck, that if you pick this one, this is about creating and nurturing. So it's a different energy. The first one was more rooted on the root chakra, and this one is more about the solar plexus one. All right, let's go with the last deck and see what's the energy and the healing we need with this one. Let's go. The yellow fairy and the third deck of the day. And we're going to get our second card. Perfect. Oh, look at this. So we have the Five of Athamas, that would be the Five of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. So here we go into something completely different, right? Because is the Five of Swords or the Five of Athamas. And we are going more into not so much an energy of creation or an energy that has to do with, with a good foundation, but this is more intellectual. So now we're moving more to the upper chakras, right, in the body. And here we have a five, and a five is change. A five is the lack of good stability. And this is saying, what are your thoughts? How are your thoughts creating a bad or an instability into your life right now, right? So the first card we have here, it's about taking a look at our thoughts, right? So one good exercise we would do with this to create that self-awareness is, what are the thoughts that keep coming into your life? Notice any thoughts that either you're overthinking or that keep happening and keep you into that spiral, right? And it seems kind of like they imprisoned you in a way. So here, this is what you want to ask yourself. What are the thoughts that are recurrent, that I keep thinking about, and that they are keeping me kind of stuck, not knowing how to move forward, right? So this is the journaling or the self-awareness that you want to do. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles is usually a very positive card, right? And Pentacles is an earth element, right? So here we have already that physical things and that manifestation that it's on this plane. And so once you have answered what thoughts are keeping me, in either in a bad place or are negative thoughts, and I cannot stop thinking about them, is look, it's the Ten of Pentacles, right? It's like, what is in my life right now that it's not only a blessing, but what things can I focus on that are practical, right? So because this is air element, so it's as I said, it's your thoughts, and here we have Pentacles that is earth element. It's like moving from your thoughts into practicality. So this is very important. So what are practical steps that you can take right now in your life when you feel those thoughts coming to you and keeping you prisoner and making you feel down and lowering your vibration? You want the way to get out of this is to be practical and do things that are practical for your loved ones. So look at everything that you have in your life that could be practical things that you could do. Let's say, for example, organize the house, do some spring cleaning, anything that you need to do maybe outside, or anything that you need to do for work that takes you out of all these thoughts, right? So here for this, the third deck, if you picked it, and the yellow fairy is about getting out of your head and getting into your body, or being very practical in things that you do, right? So the healing here, for the ones that you've picked here, one area to look at is that it's important to understand that our thoughts, right, can really shift our energy. Our thinking really affects us. So it's important to practice the self-awareness exercise that I told you, to see what is something that you keep ruminating about and going around. And the way to stop it is that when you notice that coming out, to go into practical mode, to go into what needs to be done. What can I do that, that either needs to be done, that I have tasks that I have to do. I have to go into practicality instead of staying in my head. All right. So here you have, I hope you enjoyed this little video on different energies, depending on the deck that you picked, the different energy that is at this time the tarot is telling you this needs to be addressed or this needs to be healed. And so we looked at the two main focus. One is to creating that self-awareness, and then what step you need to take. So if you enjoyed this video, if it resonated with you, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel, as this always helps me. And you can also follow me daily for those shorts and reels that tell you, about what's the message of the day, what's that guidance. And remember, we use here tarot as more than just a prediction. It's a prescriptive type of tarot that goes healing and coaching to help you move forward and give you those practical steps and things you can do to heal yourself, and energy, emotional and spiritual healing to move on with your life. So thank you very much, and you have a wonderful rest of your day.